In the past few months, the Red Sea has become one of the most dangerous waterways in the world. Vital for global trade, it now finds itself at the center of a growing conflict. With missiles flying, cargo ships rerouting, and superpowers getting involved, the question is simple. What is happening in the Red Sea and how could it affect us all? Let's break it down. Since late 2023, Houthi rebels in Yemen have been targeting commercial ships sailing through the Red Sea. Using Iranian-supplied drones and missiles, they claim to be hitting vessels linked to Israel in response to the conflict in Gaza. In reality, ships from multiple nations have been affected, including those from Europe and Asia. Some vessels have been damaged. Others are being forced to turn back or take massive detours. The United States and its allies responded with a military operation called Prosperity Guardian, aiming to protect global shipping routes. But attacks haven't stopped. The Red Sea is not just another body of water. It connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean through the Suez Canal. This is one of the busiest maritime trade routes in the world. Roughly 12% of global trade and 30% of container traffic flows through this passage. It's crucial for moving goods between Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. From smartphones and clothes to oil and grain, thousands of products rely on this corridor. A disruption here sends shockwaves through the global economy. The Houthis control much of western Yemen and have long been backed by Iran. By targeting the Red Sea, they're projecting power far beyond their borders. Iran's role is key. It supplies weapons, intelligence, and political support. This crisis is now part of a larger geopolitical struggle between Iran and the US, playing out on a critical trade route. At the same time, Israel, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Gulf states are closely monitoring the situation. Major global powers like China and Russia are also paying attention, each with their own strategic interests. The crisis has already caused real damage. Shipping companies are avoiding the Red Sea, rerouting around the Cape of Good Hope. That adds about 10 extra days to many voyages. This means higher fuel costs, delays, and rising insurance premiums. Those costs will eventually reach consumers through more expensive goods. Energy markets are also feeling the heat. Tankers carrying oil and gas are at risk. Any serious disruption in supply could trigger global price hikes. This crisis is making inflation worse and threatening the fragile post-COVID economic recovery in many countries. So where is this heading? There are three possible future scenarios. If attacks increase and casualties mount, a broader regional war could erupt. This could draw in more actors like Saudi Arabia, Egypt, or even result in direct confrontation between the US and Iran. There could also be increased strikes on shipping infrastructure or ports. If no solution is reached, the Red Sea could remain a high-risk zone for years. A long-term disruption may permanently shift trade patterns. Some companies might choose to relocate manufacturing or storage closer to consumer markets, changing the global supply chain. Through back-channel diplomacy, regional pressure, or international mediation, attacks might stop and stability could return. But that would require compromise from all sides and possibly include negotiations over the broader Middle East conflicts. More countries may invest in alternatives like the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC. We could see a permanent international naval presence in the Red Sea, similar to anti-piracy missions near Somalia. More ships may deploy AI-based threat detection systems and onboard defense tech as standard equipment. As of now, the most likely scenario is a prolonged standoff, a new normal where Red Sea shipping remains risky, expensive, and unpredictable. But the longer it lasts, the more transformative its impact could be. The Red Sea crisis is more than a local conflict. It's a warning sign of how fragile our global systems really are. A narrow stretch of water, controlled by a small rebel group, is shaking the foundation of global trade. What happens next in the Red Sea could echo through economies, alliances, and even everyday prices around the world. Stay informed. Stay curious. If you found this breakdown helpful, consider subscribing for more global insights.